Good morning, all. I have not heard from my partner in crime yet. I assume she is out walking her doggy and will be here shortly. That top left corner of this puzzle is a beast. I I I cannot get anything in that top right corner. But between us all, we've managed to fill out the rest of it fairly well. Let's see. I woke up with a headache this morning, and right up until 10 o'clock, I was like, am I going to call this? I took some ibuprofen, and I was just waiting for it to kick in. I said, if it even kicks in halfway, then I can get this done. So here I am. Text on a tablet. I don't know what that means. One down, drive away, with 5 letters with a P in the middle. And 2, taper off. I would have thought that would be wean, but that's not it. 3 down, wait just a minute. No idea. 4 down, Rishi Sunak. Politically, I know who Rishi Sunak is. I thought he was Labour. He's not Labour, but I can't remember what the other party is over there in England. My brain is 4 letters with an R, the third letter. My brain is totally not. Tory, thank you, Ronald. Thank you, Ronald. I could not think of it. Because my husband and I, we watch our fair bit of stuff that is set in the UK. So I hear more UK news than I can use, but I could not. My brain was drawing a blank on that one. 13 across, text on a tablet. I do not know what that means. 19 across, craft site that Etsy bought Depop? That's yucky. Thank you, Ronald. 23, sign of summer. I don't know. Could that be sun? No, it's not sun. Let's see. So taper off. There's a T in the mix. So blank, blank, AT blank. Taper off. I have no idea. Drive away. If you drive something away, you like push it away. You repel. REPEL. Yes. Finally. Okay. Go on a tweet storm. That would be a rant. Now that I've got the first letter. There we go. Okay. 2 down. Taper off. Abate. I just needed a couple more letters to get that. Text on a tablet. Ebook. Duh. I read those all the time. How did I not grab that? So we are just okay, so just 27 down. My mom is gonna kill me. Oh, I'm toast. So that would make that veto. There we go. Lovely. Who's the winner here today? How did I end up being the winner? Maya did more of that puzzle than I did.
I did. Why is the music not playing?
The music is playing.
Ooh, except it's not. Don't worry, I fixed it.
We don't need music.
Why is...
We don't need no stinking music.
But we did, though.
Nah, we didn't.
But we did, though. I'm so short.
No, we really didn't.
Music is and was playing. Why wasn't it playing for me? I'm the wrong one?
You're the wrong one.
So what happened when I started the music again? Did it just continue to play?
It never stopped. It never stopped playing. Mine was playing the whole time.
Wild. Well, you know what's not playing? This crossword puzzle. We're done.
Oh, so rude.
My camera's tilted up so far.
So rude.
Yup.
And you can't see all my pretty backgrounds back here?
Can't. Well, we can if we do this. Wham!
There we go.
And then we see the coffee beans that no new people know what this is a reference to.
Look at all my yarn back here.
We can't see it because your name's in the way.
Do you not see my hand pointing back that way?
I see your hand, but I can't see what's behind your name. I see your hand and then your monitor with the hint of red.
My name is not over the monitor. The monitor is to the right and my name is to the left.
I see what's going on here. It is reversed for you. Because is this where my name is?
I can't see your hand.
My hand. Is this where my name is?
Okay, yes, that's where your name is. Yes.
Yeah, I was pointing which should have been the opposite direction, I think. I don't know.
I have a lovely monitor with yarn over there.
That no one can see.
No one will ever see. I turned my monitor on for nothing.
Are you still dying?
No, it's just a palpitation that makes me cough.
Making sure
somebody's doing the puzzle. I hear the puzzle going.
Me too. I hear the pinging in the background. Who's over here? Who's doing it? Who did it? We're about to call you out. Who did it? Whose color is over here?
I do not know who Cosmic Finks is.
I don't either. Is that Ronald?
No,
because Ronald put his name in there.
Ronald uses his name, and Robin uses her name.
I bet that's Ari. Called out. Caught in 4K. We're going back to the zoom in. And we're switching to the other music because it's time to actually start. I'm trying so hard not to be low energy today, but I'm tired.
You ain't the only one, sister.
Working on a secret task back here.
Ari says, I remember why I don't do the crossword.
It's hard sometimes. And I think we've gone through all of the easy and medium ones.
You are smart. Don't say you're not smart.
We also, I think, already went through all the easy and medium ones, so all we have are the hard ones left.
Yeah. Although the one I just pulled up said easy and it didn't have a check mark next to it, so somehow we hadn't done it yet.
Maybe you skipped over it. My coffee was so hot.
Your coffee is hot. Must be nice.
It is nice.
As I was telling the people before you got here, I woke up with a headache.
Oh no, did you take something for it?
Yeah, I did, but I was right up until 10 o'clock going, am I going to call this?
Well, here we are. It has not been called. Are you ready to do the intro? Actually, let me turn this music down. Robin! We were just talking about you. It's at a 9. Let's crank it down to a 6, maybe.
Good morning, Robin.
Does that sound an appropriate volume to the folks out there?
Okay.
Are we ready? Are you ready to do the intro, lovey? I'm going to give you a countdown.
She's brought the accent out. Oh, Lord.
Are you ready?
Help us. She's brought the accent out. I wish you could see this giant monitor that your sister...
I also wish I could see the giant monitor. Oh, we can see now. Are those balloons or is that more yarn?
No, that's yarn.
Oh, it looks like balloons. It's so cute. That's how I wish my yarn stash looked.
It's yarn.
Instead of in boxes and bags behind me over here.
Seriously.
That's my yarn stash. King's Corner!
Ronald.
Are we ready?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wednesday morning edition of the Conversation Chair. I am one of your presenters, Dani, the Lethargic Lass. And with me is my co-presenter, my partner in crime, and my wee bairn,
Artemis, the fatigued, as usual.
And if you have never been here with us before, we are just a little chat show. We are here for your body doubling needs. We are your audio ambiance. We are your background sound. We are here to keep you company while you
cough up a lung,
while you
inhale some dust,
while you do the dishes, fold that pile of laundry, take care of the Rugrats, or if you just need to hear something in your ear other than that Hulu trailer for the Murdoch movie, just because a bill don't want to pay a bill doesn't mean it ain't gonna come due.
Is that the commercial you've been getting?
Yes.
I keep getting, let's see, the commercials that I keep getting, one on YouTube every once in a while.
These Murdoch men, they need us to make them into the men they need to be.
Nope, I got nothing. And the fact that Ronald doesn't know either and y'all have the same algorithm, truly.
Well, to be fair, that's not from YouTube. Ronald and I have the same YouTube algorithm, but I've been watching something else, which we'll talk about later if we get to consumption.
I keep getting this commercial for the local hospital, Mission Hospital. I keep getting a Mission Hospital commercial that's like, aren't you glad that we're there whenever things happen or something? And I'm like, yes, but your bills are too high. You need to fix that issue.
Your bills are too damn high.
They are. And then I keep getting a commercial for I should have recorded it. I should have recorded it because I can't remember the name of the channel now. But every once in a while, I will get ads on YouTube from like another YouTube channel that's doing some sort of like promotional whatever. And it is the weirdest thing. It is this man in a suit who looks like an off-brand Chandler Bing from Friends.
Oh, Lord.
And he's dancing and singing, except he's singing offbeat. It's real bad. It's not good. And he's over like a green screen of like ladies dancing in the club. And he like, it's so weird. I can't tell if it's satire, if he really doesn't know. I don't understand. It's so wild. Ronald says he's getting yard ads on Grindr.
Where you get? I didn't know there were ads on Grindr. Number one.
That's hilarious. That is absolutely hilarious. Oh, also, now that I think we're going into life updates, I finally got that other polish taken off of my nails.
Robin gave an explanation of who Murdoch was. Did somebody ask who Murdoch was? Because I mean,
Ronald says he had no clue, and I also had no clue. Murdoch was an influential lawyer, and he was tried and convicted of the death of his wife and son. Previously, he had hired someone to shoot it himself. Goodness.
Yeah, it's South Carolina. That's why I heard it's all in the back of my brain, because it was South Carolina, which is, not far from us.
Well, while you're wheezing, I got my nails redone. They're all cute and spooky. They don't look like anything here, but if I...
Okay, put them up in my face again. I gotta go full screen mode and hold the... Oh, cute!
They're like holographic, but I'm having trouble...
Okay, can you get...
Can you get a cough drop?
I don't need a cough drop because it's not in my throat. It's in my chest. I'm having this flutter in my chest, and it comes up and makes it difficult for me to talk. It's not like a scratch in my throat where I'm trying to get rid of the scratch.
Do they have a drop for that?
No, they don't. Last time I checked, no drops for heart palpitations. No. I hesitate to say it's heart palpitations because that sounds bad. That sounds like, oh my God, you need to go to the hospital. But really, it's just it's right here in my chest, and it's just like flutter, 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 flutter. And it takes my breath away while I'm talking. And so then it makes me... And I didn't have that when I woke up this morning. It's just right when I sat in the chair. Oh, we gotta, because you gotta see the kitty. How do I make it?
Your name is in the way. How do we get rid of the names?
You can't see the kitty?
I can't. How do we get rid of the names?
It's gonna go away in a second. Oh no.
Wait. Not edit name. Banners. No. Layers. Overlay. How do we get rid of the names?
I don't know.
I mean, I could just embiggen you, maybe? Ah! He's so cute!
You see the kitty? Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone now.
The kitty.
I embiggened it just in time.
The kitty's gone now. I mean, I could reset it that it doesn't change so fast, but I like it to change that fast during my normal. So I see different scenery all the time. And the one over here on my giant monitor is a big wall of cubbies with yarn. It's very nice. So I was trying to bring up the what are our life updates? I was trying to bring up Google Keep so I can see what we got on our list today.
My brain has stopped reminding me to put things in the actual list. I got my nails done. I got a cute.
Oh, I know what I was asking before I started having heart palpitations. How do they feel about the henna bones on your hands?
I didn't say anything. One of the girls at work likes it. She's interested in henna, so we might meet up and I'll do some henna on her. And I'm so upset that it didn't turn out as well as I wanted, because I was using an old cone and I should have cleared out a good chunk of it so you can see it's like really faded here. But there's a I've got to twist my arm all kinds of ways for you to see, but you can see the faint outline of a coffee cup there. I had a coffee cup with a spider web across the opening of a cup and a tea bag with a spider on it, and no one can see it.
Did you
it's
draw all that freehand, or did you have a stencil?
No, I drew it with my hands that I am using to sew right now. I just got a whim and was like, I want some Halloween henna. Let me do some Halloween henna. I did get some like inspiration though. I went to, I love looking on Instagram at, what's it called? People's like tattoo flash sheets. And so I went looking at people's Halloween tattoo flash sheets. And there was one that had a tea bag, but their tea bag had bats on it. But I was like, ooh, that would be very cute with like some spiders or something. Because spiders are easier for me to draw. So that's what I did. Also I have a henna appointment tomorrow. It's an appointment for another henna crown for a cancer patient.
Robin is saying use permanent marker on your arm.
No. First of all, permanent marker stinks.
Yes, that Sharpie still smells every time I open that coloring book up.
I really wonder what they're doing with the Sharpies that they stink so much, because regular alcohol markers don't smell that bad. I swear they're putting extra alcohol in the Sharpies.
I've been using alcohol markers. I did a whole picture with alcohol markers and didn't smell them once.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought Sharpies were water based.
No, Sharpies are alcohol markers.
That smell.
Sharpies are alcohol markers because at the farmer's market, we use Sharpies to write on. We have little like Ziploc bags that we use to give money out to the vendors, and we write their names on the bags. And if we ever like need a bag and don't have one, we'll use alcohol to clean the Sharpie off of the bag and then write a new name on it.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice tip for everyone out there. If you have a child that has written on your wall in Sharpie, use alcohol.
So, how's the job going?
It's going okay. I'm trying to decide if this is a case of like, maybe I do need a new job because this one isn't for me, or do I just really not want to work in this capitalist hellscape and this is reminding me that life sucks?
What's going on besides the fact that it's hard to get them to train you on the computer?
It's at this point not as bad. Like, I have kind of forced my way onto the computer like the other girl did. And so yesterday I checked 4 people out. I'm able to check people out. I'm able to pick up orders when people have pickup orders. I'm able to like look stuff up and stuff, but I still like primarily what they have me doing is stocking. So I've been like diving myself into the stocking. I now am getting frustrated that it feels like I'm the only one doing the stocking. I think that is part of what's bothering me, because before it was like, okay, I'm doing all the stocking because everybody else knows how to do the computer, but now I also know how to do a little bit of the computer, and the stocking needs to be done. So why am I the only one over here in this little corner putting everything up on the hangers and putting everything away? Like, the manager has manager stuff to do. I know that. The other girl who's been here for a long time is also doing like computer, like secretarial stuff, because they have to like answer calls, call customers back, yada yada. But the other 2 girls, I'm like, what? It like, and I don't think they're doing this on purpose. It's no like malice towards them, but like, it feels like they are just like finding tasks to do. Like the other day, one of the girls was like arranging the clearance section. There was one day where one of the girls was like, I don't like how these shoes are set up. Let me redo these shoes. And I'm like, that would be all well and good if we didn't have anything to do. But I'm over here going through boxes of stock. And it gets very frustrating when I feel like I'm over here going through boxes of stock and I look up and I see everyone else standing at the counter chit-chatting. Like, it doesn't happen. It's not happening all day, But there are multiple times through the day when I'm like, I'm zoned out with my headphones on under my hat, like putting stuff away, putting stuff on my hangers, thinking about how my feet hurt, and then I look up and they're all like kikiing over there at the counter, and I'm like, everyone deserves a break. Everyone deserves a chance to like sit and talk or whatever at work. Like, I don't think everybody should be working like 8 hours straight, but also like, it's frustrating when I feel like I spend my whole shift working, like working, and I see them kikiing over there.
Yeah.
And then it feels like anytime I get involved in the kiki, then one of the like upper management is like, hey, make sure y'all aren't just standing around on the floor. And I'm like I don't think it's malice. I don't think it's like pointed towards me or anything, but that is the perception that I have.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating. But I like the job is easy. It's just hanging stuff up and putting stuff away.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't really get enough customers for me to be checking people out all the time, so it's not like bad. But it's that, and then the fact that they said not to wear my headphones, so now I'm like a little paranoid all the time of like, oh, the store owner just came down here, let me take my headphones out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the headphone thing would get me because I had a job years ago. I worked for Billy Graham Ministries,
Mm-hmm.
and it was all data entry, but it was extremely quiet in that office, and I was there for about maybe 3 days. I mean, everybody was in their cubicle. It was kind of like those before we moved, because we were in one location and then we moved because Billy Graham didn't have their own building at the time. They were building their campus, and so they were in like a rented space, which was kind of gloomy. And so the rented space that we were in, do you remember what they called when we were in school? They called them carols in the library, where it was just those individual desk places.
Oh, it's kind of like a cubicle, but it's
but it was like very narrow and had and everybody just had, where you gonna take tests. It was the cubicles were like that. It was like it was just like row after row of carols where you're just facing a wall this way, and all you have room for is like your computer and your keyboard and stuff, and place put your cup of coffee or whatever. But like this was the first office I worked in where there was no phone on the desk at all. That was when I got my first cell phone, actually, because at that point I had held out. Other people were getting cell phones, and at that point it was, even though I love technology, it was kind of a point of pride of, sometimes I get a perverse satisfaction out of being the last person to do something. Because everybody has jumped on it, and at first I don't jump on it because I don't really need it, and then after a while I'm like, you know what, I think it's kind of cool that everybody else is doing it and I'm not doing it.
This is a reference for all of the children out here who know SpongeBob. I need it.
So I didn't have a cell phone for a long time, but when we got that job, your father finally got me a cell phone because there was no phone. Nobody had phones on their desks. And the only phone was like a pay phone by the bathrooms.
Not a pay phone.
Yes. So there was like no way for him to call me at work to tell me he was going to be late picking me up or just anything. He just didn't. Not that your father ever really called me a lot, but the fact
that not being able to be in communication.
Yeah, that's a thing with him. Not being able to be in communication drove him nuts. And so he finally got me a cell phone. So that was when I hadn't even thought about that till we were just having this conversation. But 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 what I was saying was it was extremely quiet and nobody talked. Nobody did anything. And the supervisor that I had there was kind of a strict supervisor, but she left shortly after I started there. And
Mm-hmm.
but I was ready to quit. I was going in, I mean, there was no, in the rental space that we had there was no like break room or anything. It was just really kind of a dismal place before they moved, but it was temporary because they were finishing up construction
Building.
on their
Yeah.
campus, which was lovely. It was a lovely place. But I would go in the stairwell and cry. I was just like, I can't, it is too quiet. I had had another job, a filing job, that was like that, where it was like, and they at least played music, but you weren't allowed to hum to the music.
Ew. What? What?
And that was like, I was in that job for a week and I begged your father, I said, I will immediately go looking for more jobs, but please let me quit this. It was, I mean, it was a temp because I had done a lot of temp work back then. So I was like, please let me quit this. Please.
But can't even hum to the music is
Please.
insane.
You can't talk to me. And it was like, they hired somebody, but it wasn't even on that filing job. It wasn't set up for you to have an extra person, but they just had so much work that they need. So like, I didn't have a desk. My whole job was filing. The area that we were filing in, picture your bedroom, your old bedroom here at this house, right?
Yes.
Which is everybody else think of an average size bedroom, average size kid's bedroom. And the filing cabinets were like this big section right in the middle. And then everybody else had their desks around the walls here. Right. So they're all working in their little
That's
desks around the
tiny.
walls. And I'm standing in the middle. There's like either 4 to 6 of those filing cabinets that were almost the height of me, and I'm 5'9". And so they just kind of like made an island, and there's stuff on top of the filing cabinets, and I'm just standing there just walking around the island to the different cabinets and filing stuff, and there's music playing overhead, not super loud but loud enough that I could distinguish what song it was, but I wasn't allowed to hum to it. I wasn't allowed
Bruh.
to have headphones, and this was before podcasts were a thing. So only thing I would have had on headphones would either be music or an audiobook. But you couldn't talk to the people who, even though I was practically, you see, this is how close I was to those people. You see what the wall is. But I couldn't talk to them.
Wild.
It was
Or is there freedom of speech humming?
so I had to quit that job. And
Yeah, this.
And then at Billy Graham, it was so quiet, and it's like, oh God, is this going to be another one of those? I've got to. But somebody had given me a recommendation. Somebody from my church had given me a recommendation because she knew somebody who worked there, and that's how I got that job. Because I don't interview well, so I wouldn't have gotten a job on my own, especially at a religious organization. And then after like maybe, I feel like it was maybe 3-4 days, maybe a week, I noticed, because I didn't know enough about the job to know what everybody was doing. But after
Yeah.
3 or 4 days, I noticed everybody had headphones. So I thought they were, taking dictation or doing some,
Mm.
something work related. And finally somebody let me know, oh, we're just listening to music while we brought our own, we've all got our own CD
Yeah,
players.
MP3 players.
We're just listening to music. And I'm like,
Y'all could have said something. That's another thing, is like, I feel like,
but the supervisor who showed me how to do things, the strict lady who ended up leaving like maybe 2 weeks after I started there. No, she didn't tell me. She
Of
just
course.
told me, everybody keeps their head down, does their work, blah, blah, blah. She never said anything about, oh, you're allowed to listen to music or anything like that. And so I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's another thing that's frustrating me about this job is like I show up and they get me a uniform, and 3 weeks in, I notice on Saturdays that I see people coming in jeans, and I'm like, are we allowed to wear like jeans on Saturdays? Like, yeah, you can just wear jeans and a t-shirt on Saturday. No one told me. Truly, no one told me. And then I noticed that every day everybody's coming in with the same color scrubs except for me, and I'm like, finally, I'm like, is there a color code for every day for the scrubs? And they're like, oh yeah. And I'm like, y'all can say something. And they're like, oh, we just didn't tell you because we knew you only had 2 pairs of scrubs. And I'm like, well, I can at least match on 2 of the days. Like, y'all out here in blue and I'm in black. Like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that makes you feel like, are they not trying to include you?
Yes. It's like, I don't...
Because they're not telling you anything.
Am I standoffish? Did I do something?
You are not a standoffish person, so I cannot picture that.
Which is why I'm confused. But yeah, so that's how work is going. I'm just surviving, listening to horror stories while hanging up scrubs. Also, while we're talking, I meant to mention this when I showed you my nails. Me and Sumaya, my friend, we are not going back to that nail salon. I am so over it. The very first time that I went, yes, the very first time that I went, I got Tiffany, and Tiffany is great. But one, Tiffany only does acrylics, and I wanted to stop doing acrylics. And two, every other time that I've gone there and I've not gotten Tiffany, I've gotten a guy. Like, they're 2 different guys, but both guys, they, like, the one time when I got the nails that I was wearing for the cruise, he, like, ate into my cuticle. And you remember me showing you on the boat where you could see that I had, like, scabbing on my cuticle. And then this time I had a guy, and I went and I made an appointment online, and I put the things that I wanted done on the appointment. And then I go in, and they're like, oh, who are you? Do you guys have appointments? And then Sumaya's like, yeah, I'm and they looked her up, and they're like, gel polish, and she's like, yeah. And I'm like, Maya, and they looked me up, and they're like, gel polish, and I'm like, yes, but I also want the acrylic removed. And I put that in the thing when I was making the appointment, and we were like, can we sit together? And they're like, yeah. So they put us sitting together. She had the girl that she had requested. I didn't put anybody's name on a request, and so I ended up with a guy. And at first he just started taking the polish off of the acrylic. And I was like, no, I want the acrylic removed. I wanted to take the acrylic off, which I put in the thing and told the receptionist. And then tell me why he's looking irritated that I wanted the acrylic removed. I put it in the thing that I wanted the acrylic removed. So he's looking irritated. And so he has me soaking in the acetone, and then he uses the little Dremel. What's it called? The nail file, I guess. An E-file. Mm-hmm. It's just a Dremel for your hands. But they use the little Dremel. He's using the little Dremel to file it off, to like take it off faster, because the acetone is definitely a slower way to take it off. So he's using the little E-file to take some of the bulk of it off. And he, like, at least 3 times, I'm over here talking to Sumaya, and he's like taking the stuff off, and I'm like, ooh, because I can feel it like burning on my finger because he like hovered on a spot too long. And so we finally get through it, and he like, I don't know if all the guys are just training and they don't know, because both times that I've had a guy, he does like the taking off the polish part, blah, 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 and then another lady has to come in to do the actual like putting the polish on, do the job, because I got like this, they used a chrome powder so that it's the cute little like reflective stuff or whatever. And he was trying to put the chrome powder on, it wasn't working, so another girl had to step in, and she didn't just like step in and show him how to do it, she stepped in and just did it. And I'm like, okay, but I like, so they finished my nails, but tell me why my thumb is chipping.
Oh no.
So they took off the acrylic. This is my natural nail, but my thumb is chipping, and my thumbnail feels so much thinner than the rest of my nails. And I felt like it when he was using that E-file. I think he filed my nails down like thinner, like really thin. Yeah. Yes. And so my nail chipped, and the polish is coming off. And guess how much I paid for all of this? For them to take the acrylic off, put the gel polish on, do the design. Guess how much I paid?
At least $65.
$75. This is not $75 worth.
Oh no. Oh
This is
no.
not $75 worth of work. I'm so irritated. So, and after like getting hurt multiple times, and he like, and I didn't even notice it at the time because I was like talking to Sumaya. And so
Mhm.
he would like do a thing. I'm like, oh, and then we would make a face at each other. But she noticed him. I said ow 3 times, and he didn't apologize. He didn't like look apologetic. He didn't like. He just kept going, and honestly looked a little irritated, which I didn't notice because I was looking at her. But she looked at him and she noticed, and I'm like, I'm done. I'm over this, because I texted
Yeah.
her the picture of my nail chipping, and she's like, nah, we're going somewhere else. So I know a lady who used to be a teacher at Mars Hill who now is a nail tech, and
Hmm.
she just recently opened up her little shop in Marshall.
How do you go from being a teacher to being a nail tech?
Well, she was a teacher, and then she was a potter because she sold pottery at some of the farmers markets, and now she's a nail tech.
I mean,
Unless I'm
I know
unless I'm
teachers don't. I
conflating two
know teachers
people,
don't get paid a lot, but if it
like college professors,
in
yeah.
my brain, a college professor is a better career track as far as stability and stuff than a nail tech.
I mean, maybe she was just tired of teaching,
That
but
could be true.
but she just recently opened up her little like shop in Marshall.
Arya's
So
saying you need to review that guy on Google, Yelp, whatever.
I don't know. I might. I will. I'm the kind of person that will always leave a good review, but if it's bad, I'm just not going to say anything.
That's me. That's me. I mean, if I have an exceptional service, I might go out of my way to because honestly, I don't do reviews one way or the other. But if I have an
Yeah.
exceptional service, I might go out of my way. Although recently I read a book, which is not the same as a service or whatever, but I read a book by an author that I liked. The book just came out. I was looking forward to it. Great. The first chapter was great. And then it was like, were you rushing to get this book out?
Ooh.
Did you not give it another pass with an editor? It was like she set up this premise in the first part of the book. I'm not gonna tell you the author or anything because I don't like spreading bad vibes. But she set up the premise in this first part of the book. It's it's monster romance. You know how I am,
Mm-hmm.
or alien actually. This one, and the premise is like you're marrying a guy sight unseen, right? So you don't even know what species he is until you get there, right? And it's all interesting feeling. And then you get into the second chapter, and all of a sudden she starts talking like they have been corresponding for months. And then there's another scene where she does this one thing, and he runs off in a huff because he thinks it was like something that she did that in his world means, okay, you have rejected me because I haven't done right. And then 2 paragraphs later, the same thing that she did means something different. And I know it was. It was like she had touched his tail in a certain way that means, get out of my face. And then later, when he comes back, it's like, oh, I'm sorry that you were upset that I accidentally wrapped my tail around you in affection. No, he didn't wrap his tail around you. She did the other thing.
Yeah.
It was like you got confused. And then they get married in the beginning, sight unseen, but then there's a whole scene at the end where they have to go to an official and get married. They already did that.
It sounds like somebody did not have a
editor.
Yes, thank you.
Because the continuity on the whole thing was off. And the tone from the first chapter, which was more like solemn and whatever, and then the tone in the rest of the chapters is a little more goofy. And it's like, I don't know. It was such a good setup.
You know what that makes me think of? That makes me think of My Dad Wrote a Porno, Belinda Blake.
I haven't thought about that podcast in ages.
I never finished listening to it. I listened to the whole first book and then started the second book and never finished it.
Yeah, I stopped. It's kind of like they went on a break or something, and then I never picked it back up after that. Okay, so do we want to get into Yarny Crafty thoughts?
Sure. I'm trying to. I felt like I had another life update, but I can't think of anything else.
Well, if you get to it, it's not like.
But we have strict sections. We're not allowed to cross over.
Oh
No
no, I'm
humming to
looking.
the
Well, I'm
music.
looking at the comments, which is hard for me to do with my.
Let's see. Ronald says, this is after Ari saying, leave a review. Ronald's saying, I'm a Yelp elite. Oh, yeah, because he went to like a Yelp, like fancy Yelp person dinner or something a
Yeah,
few
he
months back.
did. I forgot about that.
Ari says, tell me his name and the place, and I got you. I'm not afraid to. I just don't like, because it could have just been that those two guys had bad days, but I'm not going back. I'm not doing it. I'm about to pretend to be your hubby. No. And then Ronald saying, aliens! Ronald says, I have blocked all other plans tonight. Beat Saber, correct? Sorry, Ronald. No, I'm kidding. What if I did that? What if he's like, I canceled all of my plans. We're playing Beat Saber. And I'm like, actually. Yeah, we're playing Beat Saber.
Yes, aliens, Robin. In case you didn't know, I love me some alien romance.
Alien romance.
Okay, so Yarny crafty thoughts. Apparently, we're both being crafty while we're talking here.
Yup. I'm over here finishing sewing this patch on these pants. The patch is sewn onto the pants. I'm doing an overlock overlock stitch around the outside of the patch so that it doesn't fray as fast. Hand overlocking sucks. I don't know what it is that it takes me like a good 5 stitches to figure out how to do it every time.
No, you want to know what sucks? Trying to do a knit 3 together stitch when you are holding yarn to double.
Ew. Ooh, Robin's doing digital art.
And it is red heart, so it is tight.
MetaQuest free trial thing. Sure, we can all sign up whenever we get on the headset this evening and see what they got over there. Yeah, whenever we get on this evening, then we'll all just sign up for the free trial thing and see what free games we got. Robin, show us what your digital art is. Show us some progress pics in the whip section of the Discord, if you would like. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I'm interested. You're right, Ronald. We don't actually. I haven't done that in a while. Do we have where are they? Oh, I don't have any of the rules here. No.
What rules? What are you talking about?
We don't block in this house. We don't use gauge swatches in this house. We don't hold yarn together in this house. I don't have any of the rules here.
I know.
Was that back on StreamYard
that was back on StreamYard that you set all that up.
No, I'm gonna have to add them in again. Oh, starting number 1.
You are so weird. Yes, we don't hold double in this house, Ronald. We really don't. But I'm trying to use up some yarn, and I found, and my BFF wants another pair of slippers for her and her sister. She's one of the few people who is happy to have anything that I knit or crochet. Look at you.
I'll just add the rest of them as we talk about them.
She actively likes having, the kitty is back. She actively likes having
you can just barely see it.
Yep. The kitty in the giant yarn, the giant roving blanket. So I'm holding 2 strands together for her so I can use up this yarn rather than buy. I made her last pair of slippers out of a bulky yarn, but it was kind of a soft yarn. So the slippers felt nice, but they wore through on the bottom really quickly. So I'm doing them out of Red Heart this time. And there is that Red Heart super bulky that they came out with that I want to try, but I don't. I don't. I kind of want to just use up stuff I've got here rather
Yeah.
than going out and buying more yarn. As much as I want to try that new yarn, I don't want to.
I was low key thinking the other day. I was honestly thinking the other day about doing like a yarn giveaway of just some, because people just give me yarn, because I think for a lot of people I am the one person in their life that they know uses yarn, or like they know like that I have a business and so they want to give me yarn and stuff like that, and so I end up with a lot of yarn. And a lot of these people like don't know as much about like fiber crafts, and so they give me yarn that I'm like, this isn't the kind of yarn that I use, that I'll take it anyway because you needed someone to give it to, because like otherwise it's going to end up either like at Goodwill or in the trash, and I'm like, this is yarn that, like,
your father has tried to buy me yarn a couple times, and he's bought. Whenever he tries to buy me stuff for my craft, you know me, I try to make use of it, but it's like, how can I put it? He goes for the things that look, instead of getting me cool. Like that look cool. So he bought me like 3 balls of this like faux fur kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because it looks cool and he's never seen me use anything like that before. Well, there's a reason I don't use it, because I don't have anything to use it on. I still have those 3 balls that I'm trying to find something to use them on. And that yarn has been discontinued. I've had that yarn so long.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm thinking about going through my stuff and just getting, because I've got a decent amount of bulky yarn, and I like the look of bulky yarn, but for bulky yarn, like, unless you're making like a nice chunky hat or like chunky gloves or something, you need a lot of it. And I don't have a lot of the same kind of yarn. And I just, like, for all of the yarn I have, I don't think I'm going to go through that yarn fast enough to not like end up just like continuing to amass yarn. So I think I'm going to, probably not anytime soon, but I think I'm going to gather together just a section of yarn to give away. Or maybe I'll do a few different giveaways of like a giveaway of chunky yarn, a giveaway of this, a giveaway of that. And like, I don't know, do an Instagram giveaway, maybe do a YouTube giveaway, and people will be drawn to our YouTube channel. I don't know. But I got to get rid of some of this yarn.
I feel you.
So what are you working on? Also, I think Robin said she put her pictures in, so I'm going to go look at this.
Well, I am pretty much just working on the slippers. So I'm not very far on them. I got like another couple rows done on your father's blanket. I'm going to try to work some more on that but I had forgotten how big. Oh, wow.
Right? It's so good.
Oh, wow. Nice. It
looks so nice. What program are you using? It looks fun.
But I had forgotten how big that and heavy that blanket had gotten, and I pulled it out of the basket where it's been hiding from your father. And I just had trouble even getting it laid out. You know, that's why I'm not sitting in here working on it while we're on the stream, because that thing takes up room. I'm on the last bit of it, and it's heavy, and it is taking up space.
That's how I felt working on the one full-size blanket that I finished, you know, the blue and white one that I worked forever on. That hauling that thing around, trying to finish it, like lugging it around places.
Yeah, I have got to just wait, and that's where I have to sit in the middle of my bed and lay it, because I tried to just like pull it out, you know, just pull out the section that I was working on and just start crocheting, but it's like, no, I need to flat out lay this thing out where it's not all tangling on itself and everything. And you get to the end of the row, and then you have to flip it over to start going back the other way, and it's like, oh my god, this is a whole blanket. Yes. Because it's been a while since I've done a whole blanket. literally the last time I did a whole blanket was the one I did as the wedding present for your
Aunt Terry.
for Aunt Terry, and that was 20 some years ago.
I mean, y'all saw the only full blanket that I worked on.
Anything other than that, I've only made baby blankets. I haven't made
Yep.
full on, fit on a bed kind of blankets. But the slippers, let me see if I can find the
looking up the pattern.
Yeah, I was going to show you a picture of the pattern because I haven't gotten very far. I'm still just on the first slipper because this is a pattern that I've never done before because you know me, unless it's the 5-hour baby sweater, I tend to not repeat patterns. And even with the 5-hour baby sweater, I've made that one enough that I'm kind of burnt out on it. And I haven't made that many of them. I've made it like maybe 5-6 times over the last 20 years, but it just feels like I've made it enough that I do not. The pattern is called Better Dorm Boots Deluxe. It's a free pattern.
Speaking of slippers, I forgot to show while you're pulling that up. I got some new slippers. I'm wearing them right now, which is why I wasn't thinking about it.
Oh, cute.
I got my Air Force Blueies on.
Cute.
I've always wanted the big slippers, like the big character slippers that look like the bunny slippers in cartoons. So I'm very happy. I got them at Five Below. They're really comfortable.
It's been a while since I've had character slippers. I have never been in Five Below.
You should go. It's a bunch of tchotchkes, honestly. It's a bunch of stuff that you don't need.
Yeah, I know.
The whole store's a bunch of stuff.
But every time I hear somebody say, "Oh, I've gotten this and I got it at Five Below," I'm like,
I stopped going to Five Below because every time I go to Five Below, right next to it is Party City. It's sad.
oh,
because Party City did not pay enough, but I liked working there. Ooh, those are cute.
Yeah, unfortunately, mine aren't going to be that cute, but because I'm not doing a solid yarn.
It'll still be cute. You're using a variegated?
No, I'm using 2 strands held together, but I'm using different colors. I'm using black and gray because, I mean, I could have done all black, but honestly,
it'll just look kind of heathered.
Huh?
It'll just look kind of heathered.
But I didn't want to use up all my black that I have on hand, and also, it's not, I can't get more black. But more importantly, I have this flat gray. I think we discussed this. It's part of that Pittsburgh Steelers blanket that I have finally admitted to myself I'm not gonna finish.
Yep.
But if you can see the pair that's on the screen now, you see the bottom part is all garter.
Yep.
So that's the part that I've already finished right now, and I think what I'm working on is either the toe or the heel because I'm coming up on this what's the word?
Arch?
No. The stockinette section.
Oh, okay.
I'm coming up on the stockinette section, but like right in the middle of it, you have the 9 stitches. And then on either side of the 9 stitches, you have you're doing decreases.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not quite sure if I'm doing the toe or the heel.
Mm-hmm.
I recognize what I'm doing from having made socks in the past, but my brain can't. It's been so long since I've made socks that I cannot remember if what I'm doing is the toe or the heel. If that makes sense.
I imagine it'd be going into the toe.
Although I imagine I could just look at my pattern and it would tell me.
You could. While you're doing that, looking in the chat, Oh, Robin responding with what program she uses. I use Paint. I draw like a basic design and then edit it with Copilot. Ooh, I don't think I've used Copilot before. She's also saying they're cute slippers. She wishes they had a Five Below. Have faith, your slippers are gonna look fine. Ronald says we went to a Party City a few days ago. Oop, sorry, I'm at Spirit Halloween. They are not the same, Ronald. Not even I went to Spirit Halloween yesterday. This is my first time going to a Spirit Halloween because I've never been to a Spirit Halloween before. We have this like fakey Spirit Halloween that sets up like a tent in the mall parking lot. I've been to that multiple times. But yesterday, Wayne and I went to actual Spirit Halloween. First of all, not the same. Our Spirit Halloween is an old Bed Bath & Beyond. But it's like... I feel like Spirit Halloween has higher quality costumes than Party City and the fake Spirit Halloween tent that we have, but they don't have the same kind of like variety of costumes. I feel like if you go to the Halloween tent or you went to Party City, you would find some like, what? When did this get here? Like some crazy old stuff. Because Party City, they would just like, if a costume didn't sell last year, you keep it, you keep it, you keep it, you keep it. And so you end up with like a bunch of like a hodgepodge of stuff. Whereas I feel like Spirit Halloween stays more with like, these are the things that are popular. If it's not popular anymore, get rid of it. Yes, the flat gray.
See how this is like a flat gray?
Yes.
As much as I like gray, this is not the gray that I like.
Mm-hmm.
This is the gray that you see painted on the floor in a indoor parking garage.
It's millennium gray or millennial gray.
But you know what I'm talking about when you're in
Yes.
a parking garage and this is just...
Yes, very flat.
It's that gray.
Ronald said at Spirit Halloween they had a tombstone in there that said Party City on it. No!
Oh, that's just rude.
No!
That's just rude.
So rude.
Speaking of defunct stores, I saw in my algorithm that Passionate Kelsey went to the knit sew thing at Michael's.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the video yet though, but
I haven't either. I saw it, but I haven't watched it.
But this is what I've got so far.
It does look kind of heathered. It's cute. I like it.
I don't like it, but she will like it because she likes dull colors. So she
does she likes a lot of neutrals.
Yes. So, but I'm trying to see if you can see.
The Spirit Halloween is in the building that used to be Party City, and I'm mad.
See, like the V working here. So,
I feel like that's probably the toe.
I looked at my pattern and it doesn't say, okay, short row for the heel or anything like that. The way this is working up, I'm going to go all the way up. And then I think I'm picking up stitches along the side at some point. When I end, all I'm going to have to do is do a seam, I think, up the back.
Okay.
Up the back and fold the cuff over. So it's relatively seamless. That's why I picked this pattern, because I didn't want a bunch of seaming. But I also didn't want to have to use, I wanted a boot type, because that's the kind of slipper she likes. So I wanted a boot type, but I didn't want to, I didn't want to crochet, because I have a lot of crochet patterns, and the whole purpose was to do something that gave my hands a break from the crochet. Because at this point, I pick up a crochet hook, and that's another reason I've only done a couple rows on that blanket. Is I did a couple rows, and I'm like, I am so sick of holding a crochet hook.
Yep,
now.
I feel that.
My hands are just like any craft other than crochet right now. So I may not get that blanket done before your father comes home. But I didn't want to waste my crochet time and not do anything, or my needlework and not do anything. So I picked these up because I did promise her I would make them. And as much as I like Red Heart, holding these two together does feel kind of stiff, but I'm hoping once they're washed,
I can imagine
it'll feel better. Because I hate holding two yarns together. I like Red Heart, but I don't like holding two yarns together. I just don't.
I feel you. Ronald says one of the first things I crocheted was a little Christmas stocking. I watched this video by this German lady, and she said the word decrease really cute. I hear the whole time
I
when
need to learn to crochet with my feet.
crochet with your feet. Oh, I should probably show what I was working on. So I'm gonna, before I flip it inside out, I finally put the other patch on my friend's pants so I can bring her pants today. But I did an overlocking stitch. Look at that.
Look at you.
That. I did an overlocking stitch so it won't fray.
Look at you developing skills and such.
Right? Who am I? Learned woman in STEM. I saw a thing that said women in STEM, and then it said STEM silliness, trouble. Like it was like a silly thing, and I was like, I love that.
Cute.
But I did. So we have a patch now.
Yay!
It took me.
Was she happy with the other pants you already gave her?
Yes, and she tried them on, and I was like, "Did anything feel weird? Did it feel like there was any weird like fabric scratching or anything going on?" She's like, "No, they feel great." So, because that's what I was worried about, was like if there was a piece of fabric folded some kind of way and it would irritate the skin, or like if I like had a knot somewhere that would irritate. But no, she tried them on. She said they felt good. So, the amount of time it took me to line this up so that you can see this little moth here, it took me so long. Because I'm having to you can see I've got the cuff rolled up because I have to like reach into the pants to try to pin it and to hold the fabric still. Like once I got the fabric pinned in place, it was perfectly fine. But trying to get the fabric pinned where I needed it to be was a pain in the butt. But I think it turned out cute. I think you can kind of see that it's a moth like peeking out.
Yeah. Cute.
So I'm taking her those today, and then I did start yet another project because I when you feel like you want to work on something, but then you keep picking up the projects that you've been working on, and all of them feel like trash, and you're like, I don't want to do any of this. So
yes,
I started yet another project. Oh, don't pull it out. Guess who's also holding 2 strands of thread together?
Oh no!
But I started a witch hat. Ooh, you can see it really well on the camera. You see the gradation?
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
It's the same slouchy witch hat, the entangled fay pattern that I do all the time. But
you don't normally hold 2 strands together though, do you?
I don't. But I had this yarn, and the yarn that I had was too thin, so I was like, if I hold it with black, then it'll look fine. But I've got this yarn, which is the Loops and Threads Facets. This is in the colorway Cotton Candy.
Mm-hmm.
It's got you can see kind of purple in there.
Yeah.
So I wanted these colors, but I'm like, this is a weight 3. It says weight 4 on there. This feels like a weight 3. This is not a weight 4 in my house.
Yeah.
So I am holding it together with just I think it's a Pound of Love, whatever black yarn I have. I think it's Pound of Love. I'm holding it together, and you can see the colors. It looks really cute. I think this was just going to be for me because I thought about, but I've still got I want to say 8 witch hats out in a box in my car, ready to be deployed at a market at any moment. So this one I think is going to be for me because I can make it fit.
Deployed at a market.
Yes. Because remember I told you once I shaved all of my hair off, my hats don't fit the same. Because all of my hats I got expecting to have all of the hair that I always have. And so my hats don't fit the same anymore. So I think I'm going to make this one to fit my bald head. So I will be doing that. But
you're not going to be bald for long. Your hair's already growing in.
It is. And I'm going to keep growing it, but it's at an annoying length.
Yeah, I know. I've been there.
I've been watching these videos of these women molding their pixie cuts where they put you put the mousse and then you put the little paper strips and then you lay it flat and sleep on it till it dries and then you it looks cute.
What on earth? I have never. I don't even know what you're talking about.
What? Hang on. I thought you would know. I was like, oh, this must just be a black thing that I don't know, but I'm sure my mother knows. Let me.
I mean, I have seen women. The closest I've come to that is that I've seen women when they're doing their their hair and they want their edges to
And
be
they lay
nice
the
and smooth.
edges.
They do the whole thing with the edges and they put like a, well, not doing the swoopy doobs, but like when they want their hair to be all nice and smooth, going straight back, they, brush it down and put the gel or whatever, and then they put the whatever strip across and let it sit there while they're doing the rest of their hair so that they can really smack that down.
I'm trying to see if I can pull up a YouTube short because I don't want to do a
Mm.
whole video. But I'm trying to see if I can pull up a YouTube short. Hmm. Is this one? Will this show what I want?
The plus side of your father being gone while you're pulling that up, because your
Yes.
father's on vacation this week. Plus side of your father being gone is that I try to arrange what I'm doing during the day so that I am get everything done that I need to be done before he comes home from work. So like I try to get my work done by 7 p.m. at the latest so that then I can eat dinner and get into my pajamas and do all that and stuff so that by the time he comes home at 10 or 10:30, then we can spend some time together before he falls, because he knocks out at 11:30. So, but with him gone, see, I after we get done here, I can go in and take a nap and then get up and work later and
Mm-hmm.
then still do the stuff that I want to do. So my schedule gets all crazy when he's not here because I end up staying up till 3 or 4 in the morning. Okay, what are they doing?
This is called molding the hair. So she has natural hair. She put some sort of sealant or something on it, and some sort of
Okay,
moisture.
her hair automatically looked like a 3C.
It
She looked
did.
like
It
she
did
had
look like a
curls.
looser curl pattern.
Yes.
Oh,
Not
she
like,
didn't even show. She didn't even show what I wanted. We're gonna be exploring YouTube together because I want to show you the. This woman, I believe, has relaxed hair, but it's the same kind of method. So she has already put the mousse and everything and laid her hair where she wants it. And then you
uh-huh.
put the strips on, wait for it to dry. And so it dries like stretched out essentially. Because since the hair is so short, you can stretch it just against your head. So she's
Uh-huh.
showing how to lay the strips. But
Uh-huh.
you let it dry and then you put some oil on it and then you like break
See,
it
like
up.
the hair, seeing the hair like that, I've seen, but
Mm-hmm.
I,
This one
I
also didn't show.
the strips are not familiar to me.
I'll find another video and we'll
And
circle back
all of
to it.
these women look like they've got, unless that product is just magical, they look like their hair is either relaxed or they have a really loose curl pattern. Because
There was one
if I tried to do something like that, my hair ain't doing nothing.
There was one that I saw that like her hair was natural. It looked like it's not like a 4C or anything, but it looked like natural. And then they like did you like smooth it out really flat, and then you put the
Mm-hmm.
strips on really really tight, and then
Mm-hmm.
it dries with the mousse. It dries like pretty flat, like as if you had blowed it out, and then you like break it up, and it's just like a scruffy little thing. But I can't seem to find.
So you want to try this, is what you're saying?
Yes,
Have at it, ma'am.
this is a thing that I want to
The
try.
worst thing, because I mean, it's just mousse. So the worst that can happen is you have to wash your hair and start all over again.
Exactly. I just cannot find. I watched
Okay.
so many videos of this, and I can't find a good one now.
I did finish 2 coloring pages, but I don't. Um, because I've got caught up on this thing, which we will talk about in consumption if we get there. So I can't really work on coloring while I'm watching stuff with subtitles. But I don't think I showed this one last week. This is the one I did with the Crayola fine liners that is eating up my paper.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. Ooh, I can smell that black marker.
Wait, let's swap. There you go. I love it.
Did I show that one last week?
I don't think so. Or maybe you showed it partially done? I don't think you showed that one.
Okay. I try not to show partially done ones because I try not to. But yeah, if you could see, if you could feel this, it's just eating up it ate up my paper. Especially where the black is, where the eyes are. I know you can't.
I can see it. No, I can see it.
Yeah, it ate up the paper.
It looks like a different texture.
Yep. And then I did this one I just finished yesterday. This is my Ohuhu alcohol markers, what they call the illustration tones.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, I like that one.
Yeah.
I can see the color bleed through on the other side.
Over here, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, hilarious. Luckily it has a thing on the back that tells you all the numbers because I would be in trouble.
Nice.
Because it is totally covered over here where you can't read it. But yeah. With these, I have to keep reminding myself with these alcohol, because when you look at the swatches, because I swatched all these markers, and when you look at the swatches, it's like these are the dullest colors to me. But once you put them together in a picture, they kind of stand out more, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like they go well, especially in this book. Those illustration tones work very well in this book. Because if you look at the back of the book, it's the same kind of slightly muted colors. So they work well. You wish what?
I think the only thing that I don't like about that book is that all of the pictures have a white background.
Yeah.
I think I like better when the pictures have the black background.
Yeah.
The white background feels a little plain to me.
And I tend to buy books that already have a black background because I'll tell you what, I mean, because I could color that background in, and there are people who do. I don't want to color in that background. To be honest, the fact that I had to color in this much of this skull was annoying to me. All of this peach in here, it was the last thing I did, and it was annoying to me. Because I like coloring in. I don't like coloring in big, large. That's one of the things that I dislike about the mosaic book. And that I pulled because I still have the mosaic book sitting right here under my thing.
Huge sections.
And yeah, and that's why I do it last, because there's all these sections. This picture's not so bad, but like there's all these big sections of black to color in.
Yeah, and that one with all the big sections of black, they could have just printed that black. They could have printed that black. But with the like some of the other mosaics where like it's just the whole background, they've got like the sky and the sand and the water and the whole background is colorful, as opposed to just like to put it in fabric terms, it looks like appliques on a white sheet.
Yeah.
Let's see. In the chat.
Yeah, so you're thinking more of something like this.
Yes. I like those.
Where everything is in there, and although color, even all this water, that big, no. I don't want to color all that.
But it looks so good. I like the Day of the Dead skulls. I just wish there was like a background to it, I think.
This picture is one of my favorites, but out of this book, out of the World in Jars is not my favorite book, but this was one of the first pictures I did in the book, and it is still my favorite in this book.
I
Which
really
is
like that.
strange because this picture is actually like colored pencils. And I normally don't like to do colored pencils. And this
It looked
picture
good.
is colored pencils, and it turned out really well and turned out way more vibrant than I expected it to. I might do
In
another
the
colored pencil
chat.
picture.
Let's see. Ronald and Robin talking about you staying up to 3 or 4 in the morning. Robin says, eventually I need to get a new printer so I can print out and color the coloring pages I created. I also made a coloring book and put it on Amazon. I've been thinking about doing that, Ronald. Congratulations.
I mean, who made a coloring book and put it on Amazon?
Robin.
Okay, well, you're going to have to put a link to that in Discord or something.
Put a link in the Discord. You know my mother loves a coloring book, but it's probably not color by numbers.
I know, and I am trying to branch out. I was just thinking about that when I woke up this morning because I have 2 of the books because your sister, Sydney, came down to go to a concert with your brother, and she happened to walk in here into the office. For some reason, she had never seen this wall, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, what is this?"
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking about the colors or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." She said, "I thought it was colored by number. I didn't know that you picked out the colors," because I was telling her that I was happy with the colors I picked for my Martin Luther King one, and because her 2 favorites are the Martin Luther King and the Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse looking like Lady Gaga.
Mm-hmm. And I was real happy with the colors I picked on those. So. But the discussion with her about picking colors and stuff made me think again. Okay, I need to get out my books because I have at least 3 books that are not counting the free ones that Dover sent to me, but 3 books that you guys have given me that are not color by number that I need to. Plus, I bought myself that techniques book and have not done a single page in it.
I wish there were more of the Quirkle books, though, because I really like the Quirkles.
Yes. The only thing about the Quirkle is the reason I haven't worked on it in a while. The only thing about the Quirkle is that it's so big that it is not comfortable for me to work on in my bed.
This is going to be the last one of that show. Her hair is relaxed, but this is the technique, and I've seen natural girls do it. I just can't find the videos with the natural girls, but she like combs it out, then puts the mousse on it, and then she like puts her little waves in it because once it dries, it's going to dry with those little waves in it. So she puts her little waves or whatever in it, and then puts some like pomade, some oil or whatever in it. I was avoiding a bunch of other ones because a bunch of other ones, they take a straightener to it too. But I've seen multiple people do it without the straightener. You just kind of break it up with your fingers. You see how it looks like cute?
Yeah.
It's just a cute, fluffy little... I want to try to do that. But I feel like my hair is still just a bit too short for that. Because she still has a good bit on top that I don't have.
Yeah. Well, knock yourself out. I can't wait to see it if you decide to do it.
We'll see.
Okay. Not much in yarn news, but I did get a...
She put the coloring book in general.
Thank you. And Ronald talking about me sleeping. I see what you...
Try again.
I am a night owl. If left to my own devices, if my husband is not home, if left to my own devices, I will stay up very late until even I look at the clock and go, oh, I should get some sleep while it's still dark outside because I don't sleep well when the sun comes up.
She put in some coloring pages too.
Oh my goodness.
So detailed.
Very Halloween. But I did get something from Your Inspirations.
Ooh, time to check our weekly Yarn Inspirations email. I feel like we're all subscribed to Yarn Inspirations at this point.
They have come out with a new Red Heart yarn called Better Half. Red Heart with Love Better Half, which is cotton and acrylic.
Repeat that. Sorry, I've got my headphones connected to my phone and my laptop, and so every time I get a notification on my phone, my headphones switch over there so I can hear the notification sound, and then switch back, and it cuts you off. So what? Well, they have a new yarn. What?
They have a new yarn called Red Heart with Love Better Half. It says every skein of Red Heart with Love Better Half pairs the cozy softness of cotton with the durability of acrylic, creating a yarn that's strong, soft, and made to last. Available in perfectly matched color combinations made for projects you'll both love.
So it's got this.
Who is you both?
The softness of cotton and the you both being the people who like cotton and the people who like acrylic.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you know what I'm about to ask.
What?
Go into the yarn. I need to see the colorways.
You need to see the colors. I know.
Because one of the best things
about
acrylic
I saved the email so I can be able to go.
Thank you. Because one of the best things about acrylic is that acrylic has all the big, fun, bright colors, and cotton does not. Cotton is almost always much more muted. And so I want to see what colors we got. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Those reds and pinks and yellows are looking good. I like that minty green. Scroll down a little bit more. Our heads are covering it.
Half cotton, half acrylic, all heart. So it's a 50-50 blend. Oh, $4.99. I like that price.
Ooh, me too. Wait, $4.99 for how many yards?
That's what I'm going down to see. 174 yards.
How much is that? Let me find a skein or something. Because I can't picture 174. 174 yards feels very little.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a small ball.
Yeah, even this is 200 yards. This is 200. This is almost 300 yards. This is 279 yards. So that's tiny.
Yeah.
Grams mean nothing to me, Ronald. Yeah, $4 is not bad, but I wish it was $4 for like truly double that amount of yarn. But I understand because cotton is more expensive, and if it's half cotton. Are those all the colors, or is there a little drop down from the colors?
Yeah, I do not see a drop down, so it looks like these are all the colors.
Okay. Not bad. It's a good start.
Yeah, it's got a nice red. It's got a nice yellow.
There's no orange, though.
No.
That's my favorite color.
It's got 3 shades of green because it's got this mint green, this aloe green, and this ivy green.
Ivy green. Ronald said, was someone asking for this abomination? Yeah, I don't know. I think they heard the discourse between the girlies who use acrylic and the girlies who use natural fiber, and they're like, this is the best of both worlds. And I don't think anybody's going to buy it because the girlies that use acrylic use it because it's cheap. And the girlies that use natural fibers use it because they don't want to use acrylic. And so this is good. Who's buying this? Oh, are you buying this?
I would buy this because I like cotton. I like cotton for projects, but I don't like how hard it is on my hands.
True.
And if you use
cotton is rough.
If you use a cotton acrylic blend, then you get it not being quite as harsh on your hands. At least a few times I've used something that was a blend.
I wonder how much this sags when it gets wet, because you know how cotton
that's the other thing. Cotton tends to sag. If you use 100% cotton, it gets wet and it sags. It's heavy and it takes ages to dry.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want, although this is a little too expensive to be making dishcloths out of, but if you wanted something, you know, in that range where it's going to get wet, having some acrylic in it will make it dry faster.
Robin is saying depends on how much cheaper this is than all cotton, I think. Let me go to Yarn Inspirations to see how much a ball of all cotton would be.
But cotton, I was going to say, we were talking about how the ball is not very big, but cotton, generally, when you buy cotton,
It comes
it's
in really tiny balls unless you buy a big like
a
spool
cone.
of it.
Unless you buy a cone, it's either
Yeah.
in a small ball or in a cone. It doesn't come in big pound of love kind of balls or
Yarn.
Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo kind of skeins.
Stop asking for all my information.
But
Jeez.
but yeah, this is one that I would like to try.
Okay, so does Red Heart have a cotton?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I think because all the cotton I've seen on Yarn Inspirations has been like Aunt Lydia's or Peaches and Cream because they own all of those now. So
Okay, so if I'm filtering by cotton, the Karen All Day Cotton 100 grams is $6. The Sugar and Cream Cotton is $3.49, but how much? The Sugar and Cream Cotton is tiny. How much yarn is in that? The Sugar and Cream Cotton is three. Where did the price go? $3.49, but it's only for 71 grams. 120 yards. So it seems like it's like
comparable,
slightly cheaper, yeah. Which I think that is also frustrating me because since half of it is acrylic, why is it not cheaper?
Yeah.
I would think it would be cheaper.
Oh, it looks even smaller when she's holding it in her hand.
Right? That's what I'm saying. It looks so small.
That's like tiny, tiny baby skein.
The Peaches and Cream is not even showing me a price. Retailer exclusive. Oh, it says it's $5 for how much? $5 for 56 grams. So it's a little cheaper, but I would want it to be even more cheaper considering it's half acrylic, I think is the issue.
But these days, acrylic isn't even as cheap as it used to be.
True. I think I'm thinking of a $5 skein of Red Heart.
Yeah.
Like
acrylic isn't even as cheap as it used to be. But, okay, so do we want to get into our media consumption?
We probably should.
Okay, do you have anything you've been watching, or do we want to
I do
all of my crap?
Not watching, but listening. I haven't really watched anything other than I'm getting caught up on Cloud Red Ho on Dimension 20. Mm-hmm. But also the trailer for season 2 of Error 313 is out. Go listen to the trailer on Spotify. But I have been listening to, where is it? One thing that Wayne sent me called Accounts from a Lonely Broadcast Station. It was originally a creepypasta on like Reddit or something that someone like recorded, and it's set up like this person is like posting to Reddit about these things that are happening at this radio station. This woman got the Has-Been Hotel trailers out. I need to go watch it. But this woman got hired to be basically a radio DJ at this like weird old radio station back in the town that she used to live in. Turns out the woods that the radio station is in are like haunted by some eldritch being or something. I don't know. It's spooky and fun. I like it. It's pretty good. And then I've also been listening to Radio Rental, which is also fun. So Radio Rental is, the premise is that you are a guest walking into an old like video store run by a man called Terry Carnation, who's voiced by Rainn Wilson. And he's just like, let me show you these creepy videos. But then he like puts in the cassette and you get to hear like scary stories. What are you doing?
I knew you were going to comment on it. I have
She's
trouble. I have trouble moving when it's stiff like this, moving the yarn up the needle. So it's easier to just
okay, sure. Um, but anyway, so you go into this radio shop with Terry Carnation, and there's just always crazy things going on in the radio shop. He has a cat named Malachi who is addicted to pumpkin spice lattes. There's a void in a closet. He had his niece visit him for a summer, who I think is just a gremlin. Like, crazy things are happening there's a whole side story of his stuff that's going on. But he puts in the cassette tapes, and the cassette tapes are real, like, audio logs from people who have submitted stories of scary things happening in their life.
okay.
And it's like some of them are like, I went to this hotel and was like haunted by a ghost or something. Some of them are like,
Robin likes my weird.
somebody gonna match my freak. But some of them are like ghost stories. Some of them are like, I think I almost got abducted by an alien. And then some of them are straight up, me and my girls went to this club and this guy invited us back to his house and we think we were about to get kidnapped had we not got out of there. Like, real scary stuff. Like, I think one of the last ones I listened to, this woman was going to be an au pair at she went to this au pair website, applied to be an au pair, got in contact with this woman, and this woman's like, yeah, my husband is working out of town right now and we need an au pair to help with the kids. It's like, okay. So she like video chatted with the woman, never talked to the husband, never saw the kids. But she's like, it still seems okay. Like, it kind of still felt on the level, and the woman was still like very nice. And then she went to the country. So she was in a foreign country. She went to the country and was at the airport expecting the woman to meet her. And all of a sudden she sees another woman, completely different woman, looking at her, smiling and like waving, walking towards her. She immediately gets a text message. It's like, oh, that's my sister. My husband came back in the town and I felt so bad that like we didn't need an au pair anymore. But my sister also has kids and needs an au pair. And she's like, this feels sus. But she still like gets in the car with the sister, and it starts getting more and more sus, and then she's finally just like, let me out of the car, I don't want to be here anymore. And the woman's like, oh well, let me just take you into town, let me just do this. She's like, no, let me out of the car, I don't want to be here anymore. So she's in a foreign country in some woman's car that she doesn't know, has not seen any kids, even though she's supposed to be an au pair. She's safe. She ends up safe. She ends up safe enough to send the story into radio rental, but it's like, it's stuff like that. So like some ghost stories, some like real life people are being sketchy, scary stories. And then one guy had a story that like about a time traveler. That one was lame. I did not like that one, but there's a lot of episodes. It's like 3 stories per episode, something like that. But it's good. If you like spooky stuff, that's what I've been listening to while I've been at work.
You know, I'm not a spooky girl.
I know you're not, but I'm sure there's some people out there that
that's true. Stuff. So, I reactivated my Apple TV Plus. I told you I was.
Are we watching Schmigadoon season 2?
I told you I was going to reactivate it. And
I don't remember you
before we went on vacation, I sent a message to the family group chat that I was going to reactivate it. So if you've got stuff you're thinking of watching, and then I didn't. Then I came back and I got sick, so I didn't think about doing it. And then your father texted me while I was at Terry's and said, did you ever start the Apple Plus back up? And I was like, oh, forgot. And then I got that started. So I started it because I wanted to watch this reality show called K-Pop. And I watched it. It wasn't great. It was really cheesy, but the performances were fun. Basically what the concept is that somebody who had a hit song comes in. Most of them are American. There was like maybe 1 or 2 British people, but most of them are American artists, and I knew all of them except 2. And and the one girl that I didn't know, once I heard her song, I was like, oh, I know that song. Mm-hmm. So, and like the first. I'm doing a bad job of explaining it, so let me just say. Okay, first episode, Megan Thee Stallion You know her song Savage. I'm
Savage.
savage.
Classy, bougie, ratchet.
Yes, that song. They have a K-pop group who one of the K-pop, you know, the K-pop groups have 11 people in them. And so they have two people. The first episode was Megan Thee Stallion with Savage, and Patti LaBelle with Get you, yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh, what is that song?
Lady Marmalade.
Lady Marmalade.
Okay, with Lady Marmalade. And so Ari has seen it as well. So they take this K-pop group. I can't remember what K-pop group was because it's a different K-pop group every episode. They take a K-pop group, they split them in half. Half of them go with Patti LaBelle, half of them go with Megan Thee Stallion. They have taken the song and done a remix with it to make it more K-pop sounding.
Mm-hmm.
And then they come up with choreography for it. And then they go at the end of the episode and they both do. It's supposedly a competition, but you know, it's no money. And Megan Thee Stallion and Patti LaBelle are like, really?
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong person.
I mean, it's like they don't need any of this. They don't need to win or lose. They're just doing this for the fun of it. And all of the artists that came on had that attitude of, I'm just doing this for the fun of it. Right? And so when they announce at the end, that's the cheesy part, you know, like, because like when they first have the group, it's like, okay, they were one group, but now they must split. And then they have the stage go like this, and they have all this fog, and the groups are running around like they don't know which side they're going to go on. And then the floor goes like this, and then half of them over here. It's stupid. And they also do this awkward thing where it's like they meet their artists supposedly for the first time. It's like, let's take you to a traditional Korean restaurant, or let's show you a traditional Korean outfit to wear, or blah blah blah, you know, all that's cheesy. And the Korean acts are all, because they're all like 21 and no bigger than a minute. Half the songs they're singing are older than the girls themselves. And so, because like really, one guy was like, I think it was Vanilla Ice, was like, you know, my song is 35 years old. And these girls are like, because the song was older than them.
Yeah.
And so, and the uncomfortable, if there's any uncomfortable part, it's the part where, because, you know, K-pop is a machine.
Yes. The K-pop industry is a
machine. And so they work. But these people who have come on here, they are famous. Okay.
They're already established K-pop groups.
Oh yeah, these are established K-pop groups, yes. But also the
artists also.
The artists, because the artists, it's like Boyz II Men, Patti LaBelle, Megan Thee Stallion, Vanilla Ice, and like the episode with Vanilla Ice and Taylor Dayne, you're like, okay, these are has-beens. But like Taylor Dayne's been working. She's not had pop records anymore, but she's been on like Broadway and stuff, so it's not like she's sitting at home. She's been working. Vanilla Ice, if for people who don't know, has been doing home renovation shows for years. Spice Girls, and you know, Mel B is always busy judging on some, you know, America's Got Talent or some other show, so it's not like she's not busy.
So like being on Steven Universe.
At first it has a whiff of, oh, these are all has-beens. But then when you think about it, no, they're not really, because they've all been working. And
it's just people who are not in the, like, not on the Billboard Top 100, not in the necessarily in the music scene, but they're still out there doing stuff.
They're still working. And or they're like Patti LaBelle, who is 80 some years old and made enough money that she doesn't need to do this. She's
Yeah.
doing it because her grandkids, and all of them come on there and say, "Oh, my kids love K-pop," or Patti LaBelle says, "My grandkids like K-pop, and they wanted me to do this." So it's all just for the fun of it. But the K-pop girls, because K-pop is a machine, it's like they want to practice. And like J Balvin was on there, and he was on his phone while the other guys were in there practicing. And it's like, and they're looking at him like, "Are you not paying attention to me? You need to get these steps down." And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
and I know in J Balvin's head, it's like, it doesn't matter if I get these steps down or not.
Because it's not, you're right, it's not for anything. And Ari said, I feel like it would be better if it was a competition. Even if it's like, because everybody on the show is famous, so none of them really need the money. But if it was like don't the UK shows sometimes do like, oh, they'll do a competition, but then all the money will like go to a charity. Like they each pick a charity, and whichever one wins, like the money will
American
go
shows do that
something.
sometimes too.
Okay. Yeah, something like that. So like it feels like something is on the line.
Yeah. This was just for fun. But my favorite performance was Vanilla Ice, because his performance felt the most integrated with the K-pop girls that he did, because they took the two rappers from the K-pop group, went on his side, and then the dancers and stuff from the group went with Taylor Dane. And
you know,
he was very involved in the choreography and stuff more than the other artists were. He was like, "No, we want to do the dance like this and whatever." And it just felt very much like, because a lot of the performances felt like the K-pop girls were just being either features or backup singers on the other person's song. Whereas I don't know how to explain it, but the way the Vanilla Ice one came out, it was like they were all working together.
Yeah, like a collaboration.
Not like the K-pop group is just a feature that you could cut out. I just like that one the best.
This, as you're describing it, the whole thing makes me feel like it sounds like a televised version of like the Pump Goes Pop albums, like K-pop goes, or K-pop goes soul, or K-pop goes R&B.
Yeah, pretty much that kind of thing. But also, I have been watching. I don't know if I mentioned last time, but I watched YouTuber Jesse Cox play Road to Empress. Did I mention that?
I started watching somebody play. Yes, you did mention that. I started watching somebody play Road to Empress and got so bored.
Oh, you were bored?
Yes. Maybe I need to watch a different YouTuber play it. But I was watching Secret Sleepover Society, who is Jacob and Julia from Drawfee, and I love watching them. They're funny, so I like watching them. But I like trying to watch, and it may have just been that I was tired at the time that I was trying to watch it. I got so bored. I was like, I'm not interested in anything that's going on here.
I was so hooked into Road to Empress, and then it ended on somewhat of a cliffhanger, and the news thing is out. But that was a couple weeks ago. So that put me in. I never thought that I wanted to watch one of these Chinese historical set kind of things. But between watching that and we finished watching Apothecary Diaries, which is an anime which is kind of historical, and so I was watching YouTube as I do, and I was looking for more short dramas. A lot of short dramas are coming up in my YouTube, where somebody has like lifted it off of Drama Box and compiled it into one video and put it on the thing. And so one came up that sounded like it was going to be time travel, but it's not time travel. But by the time I figured that out, I was already hooked into it. And I watched it, and then the video, I watched about an hour of it, and the video ended, and then it's like, oh, but this is a cliffhanger. There's more. Let me find the rest of it.
Ends.
So I'm trying to find the end of it, because when they do these on YouTube, the title they put on it is not the title of the drama that they are compiling. The title they put on it is "Girl Time Travels to 9th Century China and
It's
Falls
just a
in Love
description.
with the prince's son." They just that's the whole title is that.
They're putting
It's
Amazon description on the title.
exactly. Exactly. So you don't know where they pulled it from
Oop, hang
or
on.
anything. And so you don't know where they pulled it from or anything. So I happened to go into the comments because I was trying to find out, is there a second part to this? What's the name of the drama? Maybe I can find it on another service, blah, blah, blah. And I found the name. It was called New Life Begins. And it turned out, so I did the search, which, side note, the one thing I love about having Roku TV is that I can just do a search, a general search in the Roku section, and it'll bring me most of, not all, but most of the different services that are streaming the thing. So that saves me time when I'm trying to figure out where is such and such a thing streaming. And so it turned out it was on Viki. I totally forgot about the Viki streaming service.
What is Vicky?
They used to do like telenovelas and some Asian stuff, and now they've gotten rid of all the telenovela stuff and they are all straight on Asian stuff.
Okay.
So it's all J dramas, K dramas, C dramas. And this is a C drama called New Life Begins. Okay. And it's, what I like about it is that it's reminiscent, like the style of it is like ancient China, but it's not China. It's a fictional land.
Okay.
So they can have them do things like speaking slightly modern speak and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It is a fictional land. So it's a land, basically it's a land with 9 states, and the states had all fought. And this is all described in the first like 5 minutes of the first episode. It's 9 states. The states all used to battle each other, but then one state, the Xin state, came out on top, and their ruler was a benevolent ruler, so he managed to broker peace between everybody. So now it's recognized that the Xin state is kind of the leader state, and they're the ones making sure everybody stays at peace. But part of the deal to keep everybody at peace is that each of the other 8 states have to send a girl to Xin state to marry into the royal family.
Okay.
And this is a thing they've been doing for years. I think for like 100 years or whatever. So we're coming in after this has already been going for 100 years. Uh-huh.
After year 1, if all of these groups send a girl to marry into, like, if all of the royal families from the other groups send a girl to marry into the royal family of the Xin family.
It doesn't have to be a royal family girl. It can be.
Okay. Because I was like, if all the royal families are sending someone to marry into this family, then they are immediately all family, and then you're marrying cousins.
No.
Immediately.
Because they can send anybody.
Okay. Ronald says, and that girl will marry an alien being.
Because so they can send anybody. And that's where we are at this point. And each state has a different, like the Mo state, it has big buff people, and they are like in the mountains, and it's always cold, and they drink a lot, and blah blah blah. And the G state, they're a farming state, and they believe in monogamy. So it is one man, one woman, married for love till death do us part.
I just wanted to make a men don't know how to find the G state joke. I don't know where that is. I don't know. I'm just going to drop that here. Okay, we're done.
And Dan state is a matriarchal state, so like women run things.
Okay. Who run the world? Girls.
And so usually if you marry the man needs to prove that he knows how to take care of the woman. He knows how to clean the house and cook the food and stuff like that because women run things over in Dan State.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't found out about the rest of the states yet because I am on like episode 21 and there are 40 episodes.
You're on episode 21 and we don't know about the other states?
So I've been binging on this. But it's not dubbed, it's only subbed. So I can only, that's the other thing. I can't color while I watch this.
Yeah.
Basically the setup is, so they send a girl, there's all these different states. Where we are now is that the current lordship ruler guy has 10 sons. Now, a couple of them are already married, but the sixth son, he was always thought he's the son that the lordship had with his side wife.
Okay.
Because that's what they call a concubine, a side wife. So he has his wife and then he has his side wife. And the sixth son is the one that he had with the side wife.
He's the Jon Snow.
And he had stomach problems for a long time, so he was considered weak. So they kind of ignore him. Mm-hmm. But turns out he got over those stomach problems a long time ago. I mean, he still kind of has a little bit of a stomach problem where he kind of watches what he eats, but he's not as sick as they think. And he looks like he's thin, but he's buff and he can kick butt. Okay. But they don't realize that.
Okay.
That comes in later around episode 10 or something. But anyway, so they think he's sickly, and so they're not even going to offer him a wife. But the girl who was put forward by G State, they don't want her to go. Okay, so her parents, even though her parents are well off and everything, they come in the donkey cart because they're trying to pretend they ain't got no money. And that she ain't got no, they coached her
that she's not worth anything,
to pretend that she doesn't have any education and doesn't know anything, so that they will send her home. And they were about to send her home, except one of her things is that she loves food so much. She's no bigger than a minute, but she's always hungry, and she knows she can't cook, but she knows about the ways to put food together. She's just not a very good cook. And so she sneaks into the kitchen, accidentally meets the sixth son, even though she doesn't know he's the sixth son. And they have a cute little meet cute. She goes back. She thinks they're about to send her home because none of the other sons have picked her. And then the sixth son at the last minute goes up to the father and says, you know, you don't know what to do with the girl with G State, but I'll take her.
And they're like, give me that one.
And they're like, phew, because we didn't know what to do with this girl anyway. We about to send her home, but if you want to take her, she's no good, but take her. Because they don't respect him very much either because they think he's sick.
Okay.
And so those
secret power couple?
So yeah, basically. Because, okay. But it's but you know how it is with Asian dramas, it's very slow. I'm 20 episodes in and they've only kissed twice.
The slow burn is wild.
And they're both still virgins because she's been avoiding trying to go to his bed because she's the side wife. Because they wouldn't let him, because the father was like, yeah, you're kind of sickly, but you're still my son and I still love you, so I'm not going to make you marry her. She's just going to be your side wife, and then I'm going to get you a good wife later.
But until you have another wife, the side wife is just your wife. What?
But then he does get her. I mean, the lordship does get him a wife. But turns out the wife doesn't want to be a wife. And see, so those two had already fought. The sixth son and the side wife had already started having feelings for each other. But the side wife was like holding herself back because she was like, I'm from G State. We only believe in one man and one woman. As soon as he gets a real wife, he's going to set me to the side and then I got to go home. So I don't want to be looked down on. So I want to be able to tell them that I didn't sleep with him. So I am, you know. but they still have kind of feelings for each other. The real wife comes in and says, "Yo, I didn't want to marry you no way. So what we're gonna do, because she's really smart, what we're gonna do is build you up so that you get a position in the council. And then once you get a position, because just because you're a son doesn't mean you get a job. You have to get to age of 20. You have to get your own residence and then do a few things to prove yourself. And then your lordship will give you a job in the council, right? And then that's when you've made it. And then the real wife's like, as soon as we get you there, then I can leave. And you could make side wife your real wife. Because side wife was gonna promote side wife to his real wife, and Six Son had already gone and asked the father, and side wife had already passed the special wife exam and everything.
But the wifey test. What? Yeah, back up. I am confused now, and then we got to wrap this up because it's already 12:30. But hang on, what I don't understand. So there's foodie side wife. There's sickly son, and then there's don't want to be a wife, real wife. She is don't want to be a wife, real wife is saying once you get a job, I can go home and you can make her your real wife. I don't understand why that is the process. Why does he have to have a job before he can send away real wife and make side wife real wife?
Because that is the way the kingdom works.
This is why I can't do political dramas.
Because he doesn't have the power. He's not considered a powerful man until he has a job in the council and he has his own house. Because he was living in the Prince Palace where all the sons live in one palace. But now he gets to live in his own house.
But I don't understand.
So he doesn't get more leeway to do what he wants to do till he lives in his own house. Kind of like real life. Real life. You've moved out of the house and you've got a job, so I can't tell you nothing. You do what you want to do.
Even if I was living in your house, you're not telling me who to marry. What do you mean? I don't understand. Ronald says because her name is Mulan and she's pretending to be a man. It's a secret lesbian story. I don't understand why. So the lordship said, hey, we got this extra girl. We are about to send her home. You said you want her. She's yours. But don't worry, you don't have to marry her for real, for real. She's your side piece. Okay. And then don't worry, I'm going to find you a real bitch. Anyway.
And part of the thing with the side girl is that she doesn't get to do some things. Like the episode I just watched, the side wife put together this whole state banquet because the husband just got a job. And so they had to put in a special banquet. So she put together the whole special banquet. She got a special dress. She's ready to go. She's about to get in the carriage. And the house superintendent says, lordship's wife, ladyship, said, you can't come to this. Only real wife can come.
Turns he made?
And what'd you say?
To the dinner that she set up.
Yeah.
I set up this party and you're telling me I can't hum to the music. What do you mean?
It turns out ladyship thought she was doing a nice thing. Real wife wanted side wife to come because real wife knows that side wife did all the work, and they're friends. Because real wife knew right away that side wife and Six Son were in love. So she's like, I don't want no piece of this. No way. You and I can be friends, and I'll just teach you all the things that ladyship wants you to know so that you will be accepted as a real wife and I can leave.
But wasn't she pretending to be stupid in the first place? Can't she just reveal her intellect or something? Like her family sent her on a donkey cart so they looked like they didn't have any money? What?
But she still had some areas where she was a little more rough around the edges because in G State, they're more laid back. And so she wasn't doing all the etiquette stuff.
Okay. Okay. Ronald said the secret lives of Chinese Mormon wives. For real. For real.
But I went on Reddit. I know we got to wrap up. I went on Reddit, and a lot of people were talking about this drama going, because this is from 2022, this drama. And they were like, so it's completely finished. So I can binge it at leisure. But they were like, yeah, it's 40 episodes. I kind of got bored after a while. And I'm like, I don't see how, because I'm still watching.
It sounds like there's stuff going on every time.
Because there's side stories like Third Son, who has 24 wives.
How they each group sends one girl to go get married to somebody in the family?
But see, he wasn't playing by the rules. He got the one girl that was sent to him. That's his one wife, Hey Tom. But then he went out in the villages, and just every time he saw another one he liked, he said, yeah, I'm going to take you too.
You can't just be grabbing people.
So he's got 23 side wives.
Gotta collect them all.
Yeah. 23 side wives. And his mother is like, ladyship is like, why aren't any of them pregnant yet? I ain't got no grandkids. Ne'er one of them pregnant.
Because men don't know how to find the G state.
I enjoy it. I
enjoy you telling it to me. It sounds crazy.
Viki is free. It's ad supported. If you want to watch something crazy, go watch it.
It sounds crazy.
The ads are a little annoying. That's why I keep seeing the just because you don't want to pay a bill don't mean it ain't come due.
Not back to Murdoch.
I keep seeing that commercial because they have a bad commercial structure. They have four commercials.
Same one over and over.
Yeah, they have 4 commercials in the ad, and they'll play one commercial 4 times back to back.
Hate it. Hang on, I'm trying to pull up one thing, and then we're gonna leave. Let's see if I can do it.
But yeah. So far I am hooked. I am on episode 21, and so far I am hooked. And I don't know when these other people got bored, but it worked for me. Because there's other side story things. I think people may have got tired of when are side wife and 6th son finally going to get together.
Why is my duo doing this?
What is he doing?
He's looking at his watch, and then hang on, there was another one. What is this? Lights out? What is that? I've been. I
deleted my Duolingo.
What do you mean try-chess?
Try-chess.
What does that mean?
They have a new thing where they're teaching you chess.
They said you're done with French, you're done with Spanish, try chess, maybe you'll stick with it?
They have the math thing, and they have the chess thing. They have a music thing where they're trying to teach you to read music, I think.
Wild.
So they've added some different teaching things. I did the math thing for a little bit because I was trying to get better at mental math. I might go back and do the math thing, but I'm not going to use Duolingo for Chinese. For Spanish anymore.
I'm not going to voluntarily do math. Absolutely.
But I'm not going to lie. I feel like it did help me somewhat because I have watched some things in Spanish recently and picked up more than I was picking up, say, this time last year. Mm-hmm. But I still feel like I don't know. I still feel like it's just learning vocabulary. Very funny, Ronald.
Learning Mandarin. All right, we gotta get out of here. If you liked what we're doing today, leave a thumbs up on the video. Play the video all the way through. Put it on in the background on your phone that you don't use anymore and play it all the way through. Just so we can get some views and get some more people in here. Because don't you want more people to chat with? Hit the notification bell so you can be here on time right at 10 a.m. when we show up at 10:30. and
So you can be here to play. So you can be here to play the crossword
the
puzzle
crossword puzzle
while she's walking her dog and I'm getting coffee.
As we are quickly running out of crossword puzzles. Subscribe, like, notification bell. If you made it this far and you're thinking, how do I communicate with these people that have been talking to me in my screen this whole time? Leave a comment. What comment should they leave? What have we talked about today? Leave a nail polish comment for my broken nail.
Yes.
I'm so mad about it.
Leave a nail polish comment.
And it's because you know when you have a broken nail that's like a little scratch and you can feel the little, like it's a little rough texture, you're just gonna keep picking at it.
Yes.
It's because I've been doing this.
Because if I get even a split in the corner of my nail, that is permission for me to just start pulling that nail right off.
Rip it all off. These are $75 nails. That's like $10 right there.
I know I paid $65 for my toes, and I'm trying really hard not to rip those toenails off because my toenails have grown out. And you know me, I like to clip my toenails down to the nub. But but the nail polish still looks good, so I'm trying to hold on to it till it's absolutely too cold for me to wear sandals. Because there might be one or two opportunities for me to wear sandals, and so
because it's still pretty warm out there.
I'm trying to hold on to this toenail polish. At least I might wear a pair of sandals to the dentist next Tuesday just so I can have one more opportunity to show off these toenails and then rip them off.
We're getting out of here. Everybody, go watch that Chinese drama on Viki. Go listen to the season 2 premiere of Error 313. Go watch the season 2 trailer of Has Been Hotel. And then go watch our backlog of videos because we've got too many. Bye.
Peace out, y'all.